Hey there, welcome back to my channel. Today we're going to be talking about turning your side hustle into a full-time business. So there are a lot of things to consider when you want to start a side project, a passion project, however you'd like to call it. Obviously, your passion projects do not always have to be something that you want to turn into a full-time business, but if that is something that you would eventually like to do, here are 5 things to consider, some things that I found that were really helpful for me from getting from point A, which was a side project, something that made me a little bit of money on the side, to point B, which was bringing that business full-time. Number 1, the first thing that helped me out the most when I was starting out is to treat it like a legit business right out of the gate. It's really important to not minimize your big step into turning this into a full-time business. If that is something that you would like to pursue, get that $60 certificate from your local state or province. Get those little bits and pieces going. I got a business bank account right away. I got a website done right away. I did all of those little steps to make me really feel like, okay, this is it. There's no turning back, you have to give this your best shot. Number 2, and one of the most important things that happened for me, was to invest. And if you can't invest your money, you can invest in your time. I know not everyone has the means to get coaching or get a program set up so that it can really help you get started and answer all of your questions. So if there isn't something like that available for you, you can always invest your time in learning. One thing that I see a lot is that people get overwhelmed with trying to learn everything at the same time, but that is not necessarily the case. You have to really pick out what you would like to do and what are the main things that you'd have to learn to be successful in that area. If there are things that you wouldn't really be interested in learning, so let's say you have this artistic crafting business and you don't really want to do the social media and marketing side of it, then eventually you could get help with that from someone else. So really going with what you're really interested in and learning little by little through podcasts, through YouTube videos, through reading. Number 3, and one that I know is kind of hard to hear, understand that you will never feel ready to make that jump from a side business to a full-time business. People that are waiting to feel ready is, not really going to happen. However, you do have to know how you're going to plan it and what are the types of steps that you need to do before getting to that point. Point number 4 is, with everything in mind, do a quick budgeting of what you'll need in terms of monetary value every single month to pay your bills and to keep everything afloat. It is good to have a value or set number of hours that you have to do. It's good to have basically a goal of a number of what you need to achieve in order to get to your full-time gig. And lastly, number 5 is to adopt the right mindset. You don't really need to know all the nitty-gritty details right away. Just going step by step, everything else will fall into place. Having the right mindset, getting rid of that imposter syndrome, really working hard in order to feel like this is gonna work out. Having a strong mindset is probably 90% of what you'll actually need to start a business, because through the highs and the lows, it will inevitably happen. As long as you have a good support system, as long as you have the right tools, then you will definitely be able to do this and make that jump. There were, of course, many months of me working my 9 to 5 and then having dinner and then working from 8 to 11. There were very long days, very long nights. Those were essential in the beginning to make sure that I knew exactly what I wanted my business to look like and what I wanted to do with my days. Another trick with adopting the right mindset is to envision what you want your day to look like as a full-time business owner. That way it'll seem kind of more real and it'll kind of give you an idea of how you want your schedule to look like. This will allow you to have boundaries right away. It will allow you to kind of have a set schedule already in place so you don't feel like you're floating in space when you first start out. So those were my 5 quick things to remember when you want to bring your side hustle into a full-time business. I hope you enjoyed it, and I'll see you in the next one. Bye.